What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Nick and welcome back to the channel. We are on Forza Motorsport. We are at Kyalami in the Porsche 911 GT3 for the Forza GT hopper. Going through and doing our qualifying laps here. As you're about to see, not going to be the cleanest of laps here. Coming through here, up through Barbecue, down towards Sunset. A little bit offline, we run a little bit wide, get the wheel over the curb and take a big chunk of that spits us out into the wall, so we will go again, see if we can post a time here. Coming down into the first corner, we brake a little bit late, we go a bit deep, which just delays us getting on power here on the turn 3 Barbecue. Just again get the wheel over the curb, unbalances it and just spins us around. Not particularly impressive, 50.8, it's good enough for 13 through qualifying, but will actually drop us to 14th for the start of the race. Speaking of which, we are off. We get a lightning start here. We do make up 2 positions right off the back, going round the outside here all the way up to P11 in fact, back down to 12, so we're tussling a little bit here. Line ourselves up on the outside, gap closes off in front of us, so we just back off, make sure we get around nice and safe. We see if we can sling it all the way around the outside. We get knocked off into the runoff area there, and as we get back on the track, just crowded out a bit from the Lamborghini. As you can see, it's all going off here. We are bouncing up and down all over the place here. We are going 4, nearly 5 wide, coming up here outside of Barbecue. Got a Porsche steaming past us, making it 4 wide all the way up to Sunset here. We check our inside to make sure it's clear. We hang it out wide, again not fighting too hard here, just keeping it on the track, making sure we don't ruin any of our or anyone else's opening laps. We dive around the outside of the Porsche here. He gets held up by the one losing a little bit of grip on the inside there, so after all that we are up to P12. A little bit of a tap on the way out. Coming through the S's, we give space on the inside in case that car stays there, but he doesn't, so we then make our way up to P12, which then becomes P11 with the guy in the gravel on the left. Porsche order from the left, standard Forza way returns straight back onto the racing line. We have to take harsh avoiding action, gets out of the way, puts us offline here through the hairpin at the top of the hill. Coming back down through mine shaft here, we are at P11. We brake here, coming down, and yeah, just get punted completely off into the gravel. So we drop all the way from P11 down to P19. So we're going to have some work to do here in this line lap race, starting on hards. I wasn't expecting to get the start that I did. I was going to try and run long, keep out of trouble, see if we can make up some spaces with a quick run and some softs at the end of the race. We go wide through the last corner. Trying to have a look up the inside, also caught out a little bit because the V8 in front of us, interesting choice for these ones, as we did there, braking a lot earlier being in the V8 supercar rather than GT3 car, so taking avoiding action here and it puts me off onto the gravel. So we are now down to P21, so we're actually dropped all the way from P14 up to P11 down to 21. Coming through the S's, the Audi comes out the cloud of smoke after regaining itself straight into the path of me. Nothing I can do about that, just sending him back off into the gravel. Apologies, but nothing I can really do about that one there. Coming through Sunset, we can see the Porsche and the V8 supercar having a bit of a disagreement out there on the gravel. This gives us another couple of places up to P17 behind the KTM GT4 in front of us. Caught out by just how early these two are braking here. This yellow Ferrari not the most confident of drivers, it would appear, because later on in the race we do see he is struggling quite a lot. So coming here through P17, we outbrake ourselves a little bit. We are sitting behind the Ferrari and the KTM here, looking to see if we can get anything. The Ferrari chops the KTM a little bit on the nose there, so it gives us the way of just going round the outside here. He kept tight, slow because of the unsettled nature of his entry into the corner. So we come around here through Sunset, we keep it up on the inside. He gives us just enough space. One car width almost exactly. Still there, still side by side. We bail out on this one, we duck in behind him because we are just losing time to the car behind us. Don't really want to be losing too much this early in the race. We are almost halfway through. You can see the KTM slides up the inside of the Ferrari. We go around the outside of the hairpin at the top of the hill, get on the power nice and early. We get a little bit of rubbing on the way down here. I did leave him enough space on the inside, but he just drifted wide. Keep our foot firmly planted here down through mineshaft, coming in towards the slow corner here at the bottom of the hill. Nice and tight through there. We've got the Audi right behind us now at this point. and coming into the final corner, as you can see, we are up to P16 with the Audi closing in on us, but we have a nice run out of the corner on this KTM in front of us. We're picking up a couple of spaces for some early pitters in the slipstream now of the GT4 KTM. Coming down into turn 1, we brake nice and early, get ourselves in on the apex, and that is another position gained up to P12 now after all the pit stops have all been said and done. Coming through third turn, as we have done earlier in this race, we just get our wheels over the curb, unsettles the back end, being rear engine, pendulum effect very hard to catch here. So unfortunately back down to P15, nice cloud of smoke here again through the S's, and we do get up to P14 after that altercation between two ahead of us. Through Cheetah you can see that the Audi on the right hand side there just unsettled and spat off into the gravel. We've got the Porsche from earlier behind us now. He is someone who has pitted, so he is one of the front end runners. Does seem to feel like he's entitled to push past me, it would seem, in this one here. We run a little bit wide because we are on old hard tyres here. He is obviously just pit for what I assume to be mediums and has got a lot more grip than us. You can see him pushing his way behind us, pushes us in on the corner. Still technically my space to go, but yeah, he just comes up the right hand side here, bunts into my right hand door and knocks us off the race line, forcing his way past. Not particularly happy about that, but anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, up to P13, we do still have to pit, which we think we will be doing shortly, try and get some softs in at the end of the race just to get the most amount of grip, see if we can pick up any late positions here. Coming down through mineshaft, he does run a little bit wide, the Porsche ahead of us, dips two wheels on the gravel, we miss our braking point a little bit. Porsche runs very deep, the KTM also apparently having a moment there as well. So coming through Cheetah here, you can see Porsche runs very wide, KTM on slow on the brakes, Porsche actually out on the gravel. We nip past him and dive into the pits here to pick up a fresh set of soft tyres to finish us for the last 3 laps here. We come out the pit, P16, which becomes 17, which becomes 18, and will soon become 19 as well. And there we go, all the way down in fact to P20, back behind the V8 supercar. Brake nice and early, got a couple of cars missing the braking points off from the gravel, so we do make up the P19 here. We have a look around the V8 on the inside there, he's getting all out of shape coming through here. He ends up just regathering it, we have enough space and momentum to push it around the outside on our fresh tyres, so we're up to P18. Through Sunset you can see another Porsche off in the gravel. We unfortunately, as before, dipped to 2 wheels over the curb on the outside of Sunset, business round, sends us head first into the barrier. So even after all that, we are now back down to P21, although we do nip right back up the inside of that Ferrari, as I do feel like he's on very old hard tyres at this point, as he still has not pit. Coming back through mineshaft, you can see the Porsche and the supercar having, I mean, they don't really have any form of contact, they just both sort of move out of the way for me, which I'm not going to complain about. So a couple of free positions up there, we get another one through the pit stop, so we are up to P15 coming into the beginning of lap 8. Coming through here, end of lap 8 through to the S's, you can see the cars ahead of us really struggling on tyres. The one in front of us actually pit twice somehow, and yet he's still not having a good time at all. We've got the Aston Martin and the Audi, we sling it up the outside of the Audi coming into Cheetah. We somehow managed to go side by side through here without any form of contact, both giving each other enough room both on the inside and the outside. We have another car spinning off into the barrier, puts us up to P13. The Audi's still on our outside, still giving him space. We get a better run out of the corner, we try and muscle our way over to pick up as much toe as we can of the Aston Martin in front of us. Still side by side with the Audi. We are looking to see if we can pick up the early braking point of the Aston. We dive up the inside here, Aston gives us enough room, we get on the power, he tries to cut back. Unfortunately we were there, so he just bounces off our door here, but we do make it up to P12, and coming through it through barbecue there, you can see we've got that move done with our soft tyres. We have a lot more grip than the cars around us. Speaking of fresh soft tyres, we have, you can see P11 here, we are 6 seconds coming through Sunset, we are 5 seconds coming in to the S's, so we are gaining up here. It's up to 4 seconds by the time we get through the S's. This is a car that does not pit, it's obviously on his original hard tyres. We're down to 1 second here through mineshaft. We were looking to make a dive up coming into the corner at the bottom of the hill, but he just runs out of grip and out of track off onto the right hand side here, gives us P11 for a nice finish there of P11 overall, up 3 from our qualifying position. So yeah, good fun race. As you can see, there was barely chance for me to catch a breath with that one, a lot going on. I hope you enjoyed the race, I know I certainly did. Yeah, just sort of hang in with me through these ones, they are going to be quick and fast, try and keep these as action-packed as I can. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did like it, leave a like, drop a comment, that'd be fantastic help, and hopefully we'll see you again in the next one. Cheers.